Hello and welcome. This is Ruth and I'm back with another little card tutorial just to show you a different way of adding some detail on the front of your card, and this one will be a fold back aperture. So I'm steadily going through some of the tutorials that I already have on my Pinterest page, and these are all written ones. So at the moment I'm putting these on YouTube and making a more of a video type style tutorial rather than just the photos, but both are there, and I'll put the link to this one down below if you're interested in having a little look. And if you don't already subscribe to my channel, if you would do that and hit the notification bell, that means you'll be able to see more of these whenever they come along, and also I would really appreciate it, so I thank you very much in advance for that. Now I've started off with a 6x6 card here for this one, and I have taken a piece of card. Now you're going to need paper that matches for this, well obviously, but the back one on the panel that goes down first does not really need to be double-sided. Can be, but it doesn't matter. But the next one would need to be double-sided because that's the one we're going to fold back. So I've cut my first one to 13.5 centimeters square, and I want to take an aperture out of the center of that, and I'm going to mark that in 2 centimeters. I already started there because I just got a little excited and went ahead, but 2 centimeters in from the edge the whole way around. You can do that with a craft knife, or I'm going to do it here with my super trimmer. So I just lay this down and put this to 2 centimeters here, and you see it there better. Lay the end up at 2 centimeters, and then I can mark on the side here where 2 centimeters is, and I just go down, and here is where 13.5, so I stop this at 11.5, turn it at right angles and do the same. Now this is the piece that I want to put on first of all, so that's going to be centered on the card there, but at the moment I just want to set it aside, but you can see what it looks like here. And this piece then I'm going to hold on to. I'll be using that later, so there's going to be no waste with this. And then this piece is 12.5 centimeters, and this is the double-sided one, and I'm going to score this in at 3 centimeters from the edge. Now if you're using your trimmer, just remember to take the blade part out and put the scoring part in. And if you're using a little scoring stylus, that will do the job just fine. So I'm going to go to 3 centimeters. I'll move this down again so you can see. So I'm going to 3 centimeters there. Then I want to start at 3 there. This is 12.5, so I'm going to stop at 9.5. So we're at 3, down to 9.5. Turn it around and repeat. Now you can see where those score lines are in that, but I don't want to cut along those, but what I do want to do is cut from point to point diagonally across there. So I'm going to do that with my craft knife. Ideally I would be cutting this off on my glass mat in below, but it does tend to glare quite a bit whenever the light's shining on it, so I'm going to do this maybe once or twice across here and hope that I don't go right through onto my surface below here. So just where that point is and over to that point and there. And then we will just fold these parts back . And back again right into that point there. Now we're going to go back to this piece and we'll take a 1 centimetre gap around the outside of that and create another little frame. So again, you can do that with your craft knife, or as I'm doing here, I'm changing the blade and I'm going to do it in here. So 1 centimetre this time, and we'll go from 1 to 8.5. And this piece then will go in here and we can glue that down. Now you can have a little look if that's double-sided and you've decided that this is going to go on here, so you will be seeing that part there. You can add it exactly the same, or if it's double-sided you could turn it over, but I kind of like it like this, so I'll add some glue around there. And now, just to give this a little bit of dimension, I'm going to add a 3D foam pad onto each of these points and fold that over. And then I'm going to add another one on here. And that just makes this look more as if it has just been opened up. So I'll pop one on there. This time I'm using a bigger one, but you could use a smaller one, it doesn't really matter. It's just to hold that up. That little bit of dimension just makes all the difference there, I think. Anyhow, once you've got it to that stage, you want to think about what you're going to put in behind there. So you could use a topper or a stamp or just whatever you like. My purpose in these videos is just to use things that show you the style of the card, and then you can use whatever you've got to put inside. So you shouldn't actually need anything special at all. But what I've done is I have gone ahead and coloured one of my own digi images in. So this is the Labrador, and it's one of my favourites because I just love the colours and everything that you can do with that. And it's very, very good for a man's card or a lady's card. So I've coloured that in with alcohol markers, and you just want to centre that. Obviously, if you're using a topper or whatever, you can go ahead and just make sure that it fits. But there we are. I am going to then glue this on behind, and it doesn't matter if that's not straight in there, so long as it's centred on here. That's the main thing. So what I'll do is add a little bit of glue around here and then put my image on. And then now I can assemble all the rest of this and put it on the card. Now you could go ahead and add more embellishments on this. You could put a sentiment or something on, or you could add more detail. Lots and lots of things that you could add to that. If this card was for a lady or whatever, you could put flowers on there or whatever. But I might just add a few little embellishments and then that's it finished. So it's as quick and easy as that, so long as you've got a little topper for inside and some really, really nice papers. That's really easy but very effective. So I just added a couple of little pearls, 4 little pearls onto each of the corners there because I thought that tied in really, really well with the colours there. I don't want to add anything more onto it because those colours contrast so well and they do look so beautiful. I'd really, really love you to let me know what you think of that if you drop me a little comment down below the video there, and let me know what you think if you're enjoying these, what I would call a simple twist on a fairly standard card, just to make it a little different. So I thank you very, very much once again for joining me. Don't forget, if you do like the video, to give it a little thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with these. And thank you once again. Bye bye.